Oh man, I got a very interesting video for you guys, man. Welcome back to another episode of Rob Sports Center. So, as you can see by the title, this just hit me earlier today when I was watching Speak and they was breaking down Lamar Jackson's success throughout the regular season. I got to thinking, and this was a debate I was having with somebody a while back, but this was before they lost to Buffalo in the divisional round. So I was saying to myself when it came to the MVP battle with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, I thought that battle was much closer, if you ask me, statistically. So I went and go look it up and compared their numbers, and I was like, bro, no disrespect to Josh Allen, he's having a phenomenal season. He's possibly one game away from the Super Bowl, so you can't take away from Josh. And now you're gonna have some people that might say, well, Josh beat him. Well, we're talking about in the playoffs. MVP is based off what you've done in the regular season. It's not about what you've done in the playoffs. It's about what you've done in the regular season. So, yeah, Josh beat him in the playoffs, but his stats didn't overwhelm him in the regular season. So this is Lamar Jackson's stats from his 2023 year last year and his MVP with that. He had 3,678 yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and a passer rating of 102.7. Now, I think the only thing I didn't put on here was his rushing yards from that year, but I'm assuming they was immaculate like always. So you fast forward. That's what he got last season. Let me repeat it. 3,678 yards passing, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, with a passer rating of 102.7. Right? Now, let me compare you Josh Allen's stats from this year and look at how those stats from this year more so compares to his stats. This stats he got this year more so compares to Lamar Jackson's stats from 2023. So Josh Allen's stats for 2024, he had 3,731 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and he had a passer rating of 101.4. So his rushing statistics, he had 102 attempts, 531 yards, and he had an average of 5.2 yards per carry and 12 touchdowns. So now let me show you how this is how Lamar's finna blow them numbers out of pocket. Like, I'm not saying that he just like he levels above him, but I'm just saying statistically because that's what the MVP is based off of. Let me just show you how that's a lopsided battle. So we're gonna go to Lamar Jackson. He had 4,172 passing yards for 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions with a passer rating of 119.6. So his passer rating was higher than Josh Allen's. Josh Allen's was 101.4. His was 119.6. His touchdowns was more than Josh Allen. Josh Allen touchdowns was 28. His was 41. His interception ratio to touchdowns was lower than Josh Allen. Josh Allen threw 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Lamar threw 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And when we talk about statistics in terms of quarterbacks, I don't even think that it's a close battle with anyone for the most part. So I got to thinking, are we running into a problem where it's Lamar has won so many MVPs that it's like, okay, we just got to give it to someone else? Prime example, and it's crazy that I'm even speaking on this because I seen it earlier. It's a gentleman by the name of Scap Attack. He got a YouTube channel where he kind of covers basketball, a little football here and there too. But he was having a debate about Nikola Jokic in terms of him and Shea Gill, however you pronounce the gentleman name from the Thunder, how they're saying that he's potentially going to be the MVP of the year. But when you look at what Nikola Jokic is doing, it's much more impressive. But it's one of those things, okay, has he won it too much? That y'all saying, well, nah, it's time for somebody else to get it. And okay, cool. If somebody earned that right, then yeah. But if you got a guy who's putting up far better numbers and he adds more value to his team than the other, I don't see how that could even be a discussion. Because if you're going based off statistics between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, it's not even close. Now, I know a lot of people, like I say, you're going to bring up the losing situation with the playoffs. That don't count. We're talking about the regular season stats. That's all we're talking about. I will give Josh Allen credit because one thing that he did do, and I made a video addressing this, is that he most definitely cut out those turnovers. And that was the biggest knock about Josh Allen, was that he was a turnover machine. He was very capable of a consistent amount of turnovers, from interceptions to fumbles. You know what I mean? And I always said that one thing about Josh Allen is like you either going to get his high is high or his low is low. He doesn't really know how to exist in the middle when you kind of just like a game manager and your thing is, okay, cool. My defense is playing great this game. We're not necessarily hitting on all cylinders offensively. So my thing is, let me just not turn the ball over, and I feel like we're going to win this game. You know what I mean? Let me just do the conservative play style and to get us through this game, and we can kind of try to figure out some things that we need to do going into the next game. It was never that. Either he was going to try to force something from that game, and either he was going to thrive at it or he was going to fail at it. It was one of the two. So he did cut that out, and I have no choice but to respect that. And even if you're looking at team-wise, what's around Lamar and what's around Josh Allen, some might say it's a difference, which it could possibly be. But at the end of the day, I always say this term. There's no mistake, or you do not throw for 4,172 yards, 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and have a passer rating of 119.6 by accident or by luck because of the people you have around. You see what I'm saying? You still have to be that guy. You still have to be him to come out and put up those type of numbers. Because if Lamar Jackson would have won, we wouldn't even be probably having this conversation in a debate about who is MVP if he would have beat Josh Allen. And like I said, him losing to Josh Allen now is probably going to try to put that in the landslide, but we can't factor that in when it comes down to an MVP award, which is based off of regular season statistics. So then I got to thinking too. I was like, hold up. So if that's what the MVP is based off of, why in the heck isn't Saquon Barkley a finalist? The dude had a phenomenal year with a new team. Last year was with the Giants, went through whatever he went through, found a second breather, and now he's with the Philadelphia Eagles, and he has been destroying teams. And now I'm gonna play you guys as ploy against you guys. So the biggest thing about what everybody has been saying about the Eagles is Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball. Whether it's saying he don't have good deep ball accuracy, or he can't throw short routes, or he can't read defenses, or whatever the case may be. So whatever excuse you can come up with about them, the lack of passing from them, then, this is for you. So if you say that, and if you believe that with your heart of hearts, then why isn't Saquon Barkley in a finalist conversation? Because if that's the case, if you're saying that the Eagles won all those games based off of Saquon Barkley alone and Jalen Hurts didn't do nothing for the most part, then why is that even a consideration? Because look at the value that you're giving him when you're saying that. You're pretty much saying that he's the heart, the soul, the everything of that team. So if that's the case and he showed up and he's one game away from the Super Bowl, why isn't he a finalist over Josh Allen? You see what I'm saying? So we got to make sense of these things, And like I say, this video is not to hate on Josh Allen, to try to knock Josh Allen, because like I said, I do believe Josh Allen is a heck of a quarterback. I enjoy watching Josh Allen play, and I think that he made leaps in terms of his game from last year up into this year. Like I said, just having the IQ and being aware of situations. And it's like, okay, I cannot turn the ball over here. If I turn the ball over here in the red area, I'm robbing us of points. So if anything, if I don't have an option, check down, throw it away, or just run and try to make the field goal easier. That's situational football. You don't want to try to force something and take you out of field goal range, or try to wait for something to develop down the field for too long and you take a sack that pulls you out of field goal range, or you get one of your offensive linemen get hit with an offensive hold, with offensive hold to try to keep you protected when you roll out the pocket too early, and now they throw a flag and it's pushing you back. So it's like those things I feel like he cleaned up in terms of errors, and that's why I say that I believe that it is going to be a good game between the Bills and the Chiefs, Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. But that was just my take on that. I mean, I was looking at Speak earlier, and I was hearing how they kind of was breaking it down. And I mean, they kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things. And I know I made a video saying about Lamar Jackson being overrated. Let me get one thing clear. A lot of the time, I use certain titles to draw attention to the video to get people to watch it. But if you actually watch my videos, I always give you an explanation to basically me answering a question that's being asked. So when you say, is Lamar Jackson overrated? That's a question that's floating around the football world right now. You just got to acknowledge that. But I'm going to give you my take on it. So whenever you click on my videos, I don't want y'all to be like, okay, nah, he's just slandering this person. Let me go comments. You don't know what you're talking about, yada, yada, yada. Just actually listen to what I'm saying. Look at the title and just say, okay, how many times have I heard somebody say this? Or how many times have I clicked on ESPN and they was talking about that? And that's just me giving my take on it. And that's just my take on this. Like I said, it's not to discredit Josh Allen, man, because he had a phenomenal year. But I mean, if we going based off of Lamar Jackson winning MVP last year, I mean, it ain't even close. And then I just not thought about it too. Even last year, he was one game away from the Super Bowl. He just ran up on Kansas City. So if you even look at that up into this year, he wasn't one game away. but he still got back again. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, we got to take those things into consideration, and I just want to kind of give my brief take on that. I'm curious. I'm very curious to see in the comment section. Like I said, man, don't hold back. If you 100% disagree with me, let me know why. And if you agree with me, let me know why, because you might put me on game with something that I didn't see. I'm not saying that I know everything. I'm just giving my take. And a lot of times my take can be blinded because I didn't pay attention to this detail like I did with speaking. I came back and made this video for you guys and kind of gave my take on that. So, man, make sure you're being active with me in them comment sections, man. Full on engaged. You know what I mean? Even if you don't really have nothing to disagree with or really agree with and you watching it, just be like, man, nice vid, man. Keep up the good work, man. Keep these videos coming for us. But with that being said, man, if you did enjoy this video, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. And when you subscribe, click that post notification bell. That way you be notified every time I upload, man, because I do have these videos coming back to back. If you guys didn't know, you can check my videos and see how everything has been consistent. So I'm back. I'm ready. And if you want to be locked in, stay tuned with me. Make sure you got that post notification bell on for every time I drop. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out this thing.